You need to get away for the weekend and you hear about a new hotel, so you're like, let's check it out. Something about purple dishes and a secret room and oceans and upgrades. You honestly can't remember when was the last time you went to Bintan, but something feels different about this time. Let's talk about traveling to Bintan. Getting there is not easy. You gotta be in Singapore first, and then you take a 45-minute ferry ride from Singapore. If it rains, you have the bumpy ride, and then after that, it's another 15-minute car ride. If you're lucky, and Bintan will throw you a free monkey sighting. You're driving up the hill to the lobby, and that makes you feel like you've already accomplished something. Your driver drops you off at the lobby, and you're left to fend for yourself. You look around and you see a pool of water in front and the back, and you just traveled on a ferry to the island. But wait a minute, are you on a ferry again? At this point, a perfect breeze passes through the airy lobby, and you notice the beach in the distance. One of the reasons you decide to go to this hotel is that the hotel is neighbors with the most expensive hotel in Bintan, and you get access to the same beach at the fraction of the price in the newer hotel, which sounds more worth it to you. But anyway, looking at the water makes you feel hungry, so it's time to get serious about food. You walk to the restaurant for breakfast, and things are starting to get interesting. Inside is a bright open area, but you can also check out next door. It's more enclosed air-conditioned space. Let's check out the food. As a dessert lover, the yogurt options here are a very healthy alternative. It's basically dessert in disguise, donuts for instant happiness, matched with fresh fruits full of vitamins. Gotta go with the nuts and jams for fiber, and I think they make their own here. And look at these elite breads, whose names you don't know. You can level up and toast them in the Smeg toaster. Notice the purple hues popping up all over the hotel. You think about it for a moment. Back to the buffet. A buffet always needs a cheese bread like shown here. The hot food offering looks quite good. You've got fried noodles, fried rice, vegetables, curry chicken, and beef. Then you've got some traditional local desserts too. This option changes daily. It's a good mix. More fancy bread. Just pastry everywhere. You think the head chef loves pastry. Also a la carte menu for other dishes. You gotta hand it to this hotel. They try to do their best to add purple everywhere. Here's your purple drink. Then we've got purple pancakes, which is quite nice. Nice coffee design also. Not everything is perfect as this coffee design though. In fact, the service part is still being figured out. Without going into details, the team is very open to feedback, so you're pretty sure that they have already improved by the time the video is posted. You finish with breakfast and you like to check out the room now. It turns out you've been upgraded to a premium room with a bathtub outside, so you're excited to check it out. So you walk over to the block, which looks like this, and it's a walk, so you can request for a buggy, but you decide to walk instead. Staying on the top floor today, so you see the room. There's a soothing light here. It makes you forget about the chaos that is happening outside. You're mesmerized by the duvet, which you later realize would feel like being hugged by 1,000 marshmallows. This mirror is so big, you wonder if you're admiring the mirror or the mirror is admiring you. Either way, you can't look away. You slide open the door and there it is, a spacious bathroom. Features a shower drenched in natural light. There is an industrial style that gives an edgy yet inviting vibe. And the hotel has got your teeth covered. For a minute you think that that's all they've got covered, but finally you realize you gotta call the front desk to ask for anything else you need. You decide to check out the bathtub next. You wonder what is the practicalness of the bathtub being outside, because people have different opinions about it. But this one probably works well. It's not like it's in the wild where a lizard can just jump in uninvited. It's probably satisfying to watch the ocean from the bathtub and hearing the birds chirping. Speaking of chirping, as long as you're in the balcony, you'll hear the birds all day long, even at 3 a.m. And you don't mind, but you start to wonder where they're coming from because you don't exactly see the birds. But if you were a mama bird, you would think under the roof would be a prime real estate to set up nest. You go back into the room to turn on the TV. It's nice screen and you're feeling sleepy, but there's more to the hotel that you have to check out. So you go to the pantry area and make yourself some tea. There are no large mugs for coffee and tea, but maybe it's one of those things that you have to call the front desk to deliver. You decide to work with what you have. You have two little glasses. Water in the glass is kind of hot. Then the tea bag, it doesn't really fit anywhere. At this point, you don't know what you're doing, but you will have faith that it will work out. Hot, hot, hot. Use a wine glass, maybe not. Maybe the blue glass. Anyway, it all works out, and somehow you manage to fill the tea in this little cup. With your tea, you decided to eat the welcome snacks cookies and the welcome slider. Both are all delicious. Here's the view of Holiday Inn from the back of Hotel Indigo, the sister hotel. This was also newly built. This area is actually part of the Holiday Inn. Take note that while the hotel looks bigger, it does sit behind Hotel Indigo. That means that if you're deciding between the two, you want ocean views, stick to Indigo. Before you know it, it's time for dinner and you decide to visit the seafood restaurant, most northwest point of Bintan, for some seafood. A 20-minute car ride from the hotel, the place serves fresh fish. It's a great place to go for a sunset view and relaxing, and the real catches would be the prices. Prices are on the higher side though. Check out the receipt. That's how much you would pay in Singapore dollars for those dishes, which would be the same amount that you would pay in Singapore. But whatever, it was a nice experience. Back in the hotel, oh my, they really nailed the lighting because it looks amazing at night. And tonight is when you discover the secret room located in the lobby behind the ship that once brought tourists to Bintan. You'll find an air-conditioned rest area. It's like a lounge but without the food, more like the interior of a ship. Not many guests know about it, but it's a great spot to relax while waiting for your car or use it as a quiet makeshift library. You decided to walk at night and see the pool. It's quiet at night. It's a very nice place to dip into at night time, and the ocean in the distance. They put the light out for you in case you lose your flip-flop while walking. No, just kidding. They're really there to help you avoid any ghosts. It's quite a stunning view. The lighting design is done very well. You hear the birds, and here's the other pool. After listening to the rain and having a good night's sleep, you wake up to this view. In the morning, you look up and you decide to head to the beach. You see the coconut trees. They're newly planted and they still have their support structures. In time, these will be taken off and the coconut trees will be able to support themselves. You're walking around, and on the first floor you see these swings and lounge areas which look very cool. And look at these crab balls. They're made by crabs that dig their holes in the sand. Oh look, there are birds. Let's find some cool stuff on the beach. It's low tide in the morning, that's why you see so many birds. That's Sanchaya Hotel, our next door neighbor, expensive hotel. And before you know it, you realize your short vacation's up and it's time to head back to reality.